Counting down to the monsoon, it starts on Sunday, 4 days away. And though we look forward to getting some much needed rain in the state, the monsoon can also deliver a major health problem. We're talking about those big dust storms that we see. That can actually increase the risk of valley fever, a major concern for doctors, as we have seen cases of valley fever actually increase across the state over the past couple of years. So what can you do to stay safe from the monsoon when those storms start to roll through the valley?
So Dr. John Galgani with Banner University Medical Center joins us now in studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I think we see these dust storms so often and we hear valley fever and we're like, what is valley fever?
Yeah, so the dust storms are very photogenic, but in fact, the risk of inhaling these fungal spores, which is what causes valley fever, can happen anytime during the day or night. The spores are really small, and small breezes actually knock them out of the dirt into the air and where you can inhale them. It's a fungal infection, as I mentioned, and if you inhale one of these spores, the kind of symptoms you get 1 to 3 weeks later are primarily chest discomfort, cough. Fatigue can be a striking symptom with this, can last for weeks to months.
High temperatures as
well, valley fever suggests a temperature.
Yeah.
But some people don't have a big fever as part of it. Rashes, joint pains all over your body. A synonym for valley fever is desert rheumatism because of that.
Doctor, how do you treat valley fever if a patient comes in as presenting some of these symptoms?
Yeah, so it turns out, and we know a lot about this because there was no treatment at all until the 1960s. So the natural history tells us that most people get better eventually, even though it often takes weeks to months. And that's because the immune system kicks in. And that suggests, and we're actually actively working on the idea of a vaccine. There's a vaccine discovered at the University of Arizona, now in development by Anavive Life Sciences, to become a vaccine for veterinarians to give to dogs to prevent valley fever in them. And I'm very hopeful we have some funding. Anavive is continuing to work on this for a vaccine for humans as well.
You know, I think for parents, when you're listening to this and you think, you know, your child may have a cough or then they get a fever, and it's hard to diagnose as a parent when you're just at home. You just think, oh, they'll get over it. When should you go to the doctor to get checked?
Yeah, it's hard even for doctors to diagnose it. It requires a specific test. And if you have the symptoms we were just talking about, ask your doctor to get tested. For kids or for adults. And it turns out from state data that people who know about valley fever before they get infected get a diagnosis sooner because they ask their doctor to specifically test them. At Banner Urgent Cares, we're actually been working very hard to get the clinicians there to actually automatically be offering the test. And it's gone up from 2% of people who should be tested up into the 45–50% now.
And one last question, because we have to wrap, but does it stay, I also heard, and in some of the research I read as well, does it stay in your lungs forever, or is your body able to really eradicate it?
The body, we think, does not eradicate it. It controls it pretty much for the rest of your life, but we think it goes to sleep, sort of like chicken pox.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. All right, well, doctor, thank you so much for taking the time to come in and talk to us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.